हम लोग हाई स्ट्रेंथ डिफॉर्म्ड स्टील के बारे में स्टडी कर रहे हैं। IS 1786 में इसके स्पेसिफिकेशन दिए हुए हैं। डिफरेंट ग्रेड की स्टील रीइंफोर्समेंट बार कौन कौन सी होती है, जैसे कि Fe415, 500, 550, 550D। इसके बारे में स्टडी कर लिया है। इनकी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कैसे होती है, इसमें मैक्सिमम केमिकल एलिमेंट्स कितने होने चाहिए, कार्बन कितना होना चाहिए, सल्फर कितना होना चाहिए, फास्फोरस कितना होना चाहिए, इन सब के बारे में हम लोगों ने स्टडी कर लिया है। इस वीडियो के माध्यम से हम लोग केमिकल एलिमेंट्स कैसे रीबार की प्रॉपर्टीज को इम्पैक्ट करते हैं, कैसे इन्फ्लुएंस करते हैं, उसके बारे में समझेंगे, जानेंगे। तो लेट अस स्टार्ट विद द केमिकल्स दैट इन्फ्लुएंसेस द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ रीबार। chemical elements that influences properties of rebar. So element properties that are influenced properties of rebar and affect on rebar. पहला एलिमेंट केमिकल एलिमेंट कार्बन। कार्बन जो है स्ट्रेंथ को, हार्डनेस को, डक्टिलिटी को, वेल्डेबिलिटी को, इन सब को इन्फ्लुएंस करता है। इन सब प्रॉपर्टीज को इन्फ्लुएंस करता है। स्ट्रेंथ, डक्टिलिटी, हार्डनेस, टफनेस, weldability. More the carbon content, more the strength is, but at the same time, the steel reinforcement will be brittle. It increases the brittleness when the carbon content goes high, but it increases the strength. So, and if it is in less quantity, say less than 0.1%, it reduces the strength. So, more than 0.15% to 0.30%, in between this, it gives high strength, good weldability, ductility properties are good. So ductility property good, so that steel reinforcement can be molded in any shape and size without breaking. But if it is less than 0.10%, it reduces the, if carbon content is less than 0.1%, it reduces the strength of steel. It reduces the strength of steel. And if it is more than 0.30%, the strength of material will increase, but it will be reducing the ductility and hardness property. If it is more than 0.30%, it will increase the strength and reduce the ductility and hardness property. Ductility and hardness property. Hardness property. Second chemical element is manganese. So presence of manganese increases the tensile strength, and yield strength. The presence of manganese increases tensile strength and yield strength and also carbon equivalent value of material. So increases the tensile strength, yield strength, and carbon equivalent value. Carbon equivalent value. So with the help of carbon equivalent value, we are able to know whether this steel can be welded or not. So carbon equivalent value C is given by C plus Mn over 6. It should be less than 0.42 for the weldable steel. Third is a sulphur. This is impurity. Present in steel, which increases the brittleness. Presence of higher sulfur content makes the steel material brittle and also it breaks on the twisting. जैसे हम इसको twist करने गए, bend करने गए, reshape करने गए, shaping कुछ भी दे रहे हैं, तो it may it will break upon the twisting. So sulfur is a very undesirable property. It should not be more than 0.06% by weight in weight in material. If it is more than 0.06%, it will make steel brittle and it will not be we will not be able to shape it. And but of course, for the smooth cutting, some quantity of sulfur is desirable to have in the steel reinforcement. Phosphorus, it is also an impurity. It is also an impurity, but it increases the tensile strength. Presence of phosphorus in more quantity increases the tensile strength of steel. Increases the tensile strength of steel, but it makes steel brittle also. At the same time, it makes steel brittle also. It makes steel brittle also. But definitely it also improves the corrosion resistance property of the steel. Presence of phosphorus improves the corrosion resistance of the property. So, in salty area and some quantity of availability of phosphorus helps in improving the corrosion resistance property. So, it should also not be more than 0.06% by weight in the steel. Copper copper increases the strength as well as corrosion resistance property of the steel. Presence of carbon increases the strength. It increases presence of carbon element. Presence of copper element. Sorry, presence of copper. Presence of copper. Present copper is present रहता है तो it increases the strength and corrosion resistance property. It increases strength and corrosion resistance property. Fifth, and chromium. Presence of chromium in scrap. While manufacturing, scraps are used, and the presence of chromium increases the weldability and strength of the weldability of steel and corrosion resistance. So, but it is not essentially that chromium should be present in the rebar, but while charging in the scrap is sometimes available, but a small quantity helps in improving the weldability of the steel. With this, we studied about how carbon, manganese, sulphur, phosphorus, copper, and chromium affect the properties of steel. So, in the next video, we will be studying the manufacturing process of thermomechanically treated reinforcement steel TMT bars. How are they manufactured, and how design engineer considers for his design the strength of the steel. So, thanking you.